Yeah, buddy. So it's been, what, about 3 weeks? It's Sunday afternoon. It's about that time. Beautiful day today. At 3 o'clock, it's still, what, 76 degrees outside? What a lovely March. So it's later in the day. I thought I'd be clever. And take you guys out with me for all my little stops today, and I thought I'd be clever and take you guys out with all my little stops today in the course of my afternoon, and then I deleted all the footage by accident. So I gotta do a follow-up. This is stupid. So I'm gonna start from the beginning and see where this thing goes. And within about the last week, I've had 6 or 8 people, probably closer to 8 people, PM me and ask me if I'm still alive. And that's kind of awkward, because what if I wasn't? It's kind of awkward. But nonetheless, yes, I am. Here I am. I had a couple things going on that have prevented me from putting any videos up. A couple weeks ago, I was up at the ranch, got the tractor delivered. Let me back that up a second here. I'm a smart guy, right? Or so I think. Just ask me, I'll tell you. A few months back, probably beginning of this year, I said, I'm going to organize. I had a little metal, well, I don't have it here. I can't show you. It's a little metal, like, briefcase thing, right? Protective case for camera equipment. Old school camera equipment. So I gutted that thing, and I put some padding, and then I picked out the outlines for all the cameras that I have. I have 3 different cameras. And then it's 2 layers, right? So all my little tripods and charging equipment, everything's at the bottom of the camera. Then you set this top layer on with the foam, and then the cameras are set there, and you close it, and it's all protected. It's in a nice hard case. And so that's a smart thing, right? Just get it and go. It's not smart when you forget it. So I got the tractor up to El Rancho, got a bunch of footage of that and the 46. We were driving around playing. I went up with a friend, and yeah, and then I was an hour into the drive home and realized that I left everything up there. So it's awesome. It'll be up eventually. I think I'm going to get back up there this coming up week or so. I need to drop some things off up there. We'll see. So you might ask yourself, well, no, I'm asking myself, why haven't I put up a video? Other than that, because I'm filming you guys on a potato. People say, you been busy, or you just quitting? Are you quitting YouTube? And actually, quite honestly, it's just a busy thing. Work's been incredibly busy. That doesn't surprise me. Shouldn't surprise anybody that's watching this and has been watching my channel for a while. Being self-employed, I make my own schedule for the most part, so my scheduling woes are my own doing. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. But it's been super busy. 2014 was incredibly condensed. It seemed like it was incredibly condensed, and I was hoping for an ease into 2015, but that didn't happen, and it just didn't happen. I'm on my 3rd apartment remodel, which involves me stripping and replacing cabinets, countertops, brightwork, fixtures in the kitchen. Do a little plaster work. I put new floors in the kitchen. They're usually 1-piece lino floors, which I don't like doing linoleum, but I do so much of it now, it's just kind of second nature, and then coat the corners and all that stuff. My floor guy comes in and refinishes the hardwood floor. My painter comes in and paints it, and then I have a cleaning company that I use to get it ready to rent. I just finished up my 3rd apartment for 2015, so that's pretty awesome. That's my Monday through Friday, 7 to 4 kind of day. If you've been watching me a while, you know I build sets for my kids' high school. This is like year 6 or 7 for me doing this, and we are in the heat of our spring musicals, so I've been spending 2-3 days a week, evenings. Twice a week is class, where I have the kids, where I'm teaching them set construction and design, lighting, all that stuff, sound. And then usually I work the evenings after the kids go home, and then I'll usually spend another evening there, or sometimes a day on the weekend if I'm not working for money. And then, yeah, so that's a load of fun. It's actually pretty cool. The musical's opening up in a week and a half. We have Tech Week coming up this week, which means I'm going to have to live at the theater for a while. If you're not familiar with how Tech Week works, that's kind of like when you do your full runs, dress rehearsals. Everything's got to be set, ready to go. The kids are there till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, which I'm there too because I need to watch the performances, and then usually I spend 3-4 hours after each night just kind of fine-tuning things. Maybe not 3-4 hours. Maybe I'm exaggerating. 2-3 hours. Just fine-tuning stuff, fixing things that aren't working right. We've got a lot of props, a lot of interactive sets on this production, so it was a lot of fun building it, but now we're just kind of working out the details. And a caveat to the third thing that's really been keeping myself crazy. You guys remember about a year ago, a little more than a year ago, I made the comment that I wanted to thin my hoard. Well, I had watched, for the first time ever, I watched a TV show called Hoarders. I was working out of town, and I don't normally sit down and watch TV, but I was working out of town, and this place had cable. I don't have cable TV either because TV's kind of a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. So I don't really watch television, but I was out of town, I was bored, I was chilling, and I watched this TV show called Hoarders. And let me tell you, I was scared straight. Now, if that dates me, because those of you that are old enough to remember that old film of the 70s or 80s, whenever it was, Scared Straight, well, that was me when it came to collecting things, because I came home from that trip and I made it a diligent effort to really evaluate the crap that I have, and get rid of it. And you'll remember last September, I really hit my stride in deleting the big projects and just pushing a lot of stuff out of here. Really taking a hard look at 5-6-year-old projects that had never even gotten off the ground. Whether and look and say whether you're going to build this or you're going to delete this, and the majority of the time it was a delete, and I don't miss any of that stuff. But ironically, in January of this year, an old friend of mine, well, he's old, he's 75, 76, he reached out to me to help him clean up his the inside of his house. A few years back, I had done some outside work for him. My roofers came in, put a new roof on his house. My painter came in, painted his house. He just wanted to clean things up on the outside. This guy lives in a neighborhood that I grew up in, so I've known him since I was a little fella. And I've always looked out for him because he's, just got to look out for people because that's just what I do. And he reached out to me pretty much the first week when I got back from my Christmas break with the kids, which was about January 7th, and he says, hey, could you do me a favor? I need help cleaning out my house. It's getting to be too much for me. I had no idea what was going on. I hadn't been inside this guy's house in probably 30 plus years. I was a little fella. Last time I was in there, and he lives alone. He's been married 3 times, got some kids, but none of his exes or his kids really are around him. But I hadn't been in his house in 30 years, so I stepped into this house and was absolutely permanently scarred by his hoard. He really is. He could have been part of that TV show, Hoarders. In that his stuff, oh man. I ended up calling in for backup. I called my brother because he knows who this guy is, and I said, hey, can you give me a hand? So we started in January, and I've been working there twice a week. My brother and I have been working there twice a week, cleaning them out. It's about a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,050, 1,100 square foot, small little house built in the 40s. It's cute. And the amount of stuff that was packed into this place was really psychologically damaging to me. I look around at my shop here. This shop is 16 by 18. A lot of stuff in it. And I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. But since January now, I've thrown away, my brother and I have hauled out of there. We've hauled 7,980 pounds worth of garbage, straight garbage to the dumps. Every week we have put out the recycle bin and the garbage bin out on the curb for the normal weekly garbage pickup. Those are 64-gallon flip-top garbage cans and recycle bins that we've jumped up and down and absolutely compressed. So those are probably 150 to 180 pounds each every week since the second week in January. Plus bundled up cardboard, because they take cardboard. So all the cardboard. I still have a trailer full of stuff. I've been to the dump, I think 4 or 5 trips to the dump in my trailer. 7,980 pounds. I have probably, judging by how flat my tires look, I probably have 1,800 pounds right now in my trailer. It's kind of like the last I've been averaging about 1,600 pounds a load, and this one's a little heavier because I know it's going to be my last load, so there's a few things stuffed in there. So I think it's about 1,800 pounds. So I'm going to have 9,000 plus pounds of garbage out of here. And that doesn't include electronic waste. My scrap metal guy also does electronic waste. So I called him up yesterday, Saturday. And Saturday he comes on by with his truck. He's got a bobtail, like an 18-foot bobtail truck. We filled it to the ceiling. It was like 60% of his truck was full of this guy's e-waste. We probably threw away 40 old televisions. He didn't throw anything away. He has thrown, the oldest thing I found in there was third-class mail, post-dated April 1962. And he just never threw anything away since, I think he'd been in that house since about 59 or 60, something like that. And never threw anything away. It was disturbing. We probably recycled 40 tube televisions. And this guy's a smart dude, man. You talk to him and he's super sharp. He was a telecom genius. This guy set up switching systems for the phone companies and radio communication stuff. Super smart. Had just a ton of computers. I mean, all old, outdated stuff. Drives and computers and these data tape drive things. Everything completely obsolete. Absolute nothing. Worth nothing in today's electronic world. From the 80s, and I'm looking at repair tags on there from the late 70s, I mean, just stuff. Why do I tell you this? I tell you this because I look around in my shop and I'm still freaked out about what I have left here. Anyway, that's where I've been. As soon as I get those cameras back, I will upload the footage. It's pretty cool. The tractor made it up there in one piece. I'm already giving you spoiler alerts, so there's no cliffhangers here. And I tuned it to the high altitude tuning, and it runs like a champ. The hydraulics work beautifully. It gets up and goes. It's a good little tractor. I think it might work out. We'll see. I really didn't do a whole lot of work. I'm getting some rock delivered May. I think May. I've got to wait till after closing night for this spring. So I'm working a trade labor for a guy up there who's got an end-up service, and he's going to haul up some rock. And I'll use that tractor to kind of spread it out and move it around a little bit. Get some video of that, of course. The bee stuff's going great. The bees are happy. I checked them on Friday morning. What else? That's all. It's a beautiful day today. Tomorrow starts a new day. 2.5 weeks, I get my life back. As soon as the play closes. Actually, as soon as it opens, I take it back. As soon as it opens, it really, everything at that point forward is just kind of, it's kind of cruising. I got nothing else. Really? Yeah. I gotta go. Gotta run. See ya.